mistake, what do you say to yourself first? When you forget something, answer badly, speak too slowly, or do not finish what you planned. Does your inner voice become kind, or does it become sharp? Do you ever lie in bed at night and replay one sentence you said, one look someone gave you, one moment you wish you could change? Maybe the world is quiet around you, but inside your mind, there is still a voice saying, "Why did you do that? Why are you like this?" Welcome, my dear friend, to Peace English Podcast. I am grateful you are here today. This is a calm space for slow English, gentle listening, and a softer heart. You do not need to be perfect here. You do not need to answer every question. You do not need to understand every word. Just let the sound of English move slowly around you. Let your shoulders rest. Let your hands become loose. Let your breath return to a natural rhythm. For the next little while, you are allowed to be here without fixing yourself. Today, we are going to talk about the way you speak to yourself. Not the words you say out loud to other people, but the private words inside your mind. The words that appear when no one is watching. The words that come when you look in the mirror, when you check your phone, when you make a mistake, when you compare yourself, when you feel behind. These words may feel small, but they can shape the way you live. They can make a normal day feel heavy. They can make rest feel guilty. They can make your own heart feel like an unsafe place. Maybe your inner voice has been strict for a long time. Maybe it tells you that you are not doing enough. Maybe it says you are too slow, too sensitive, too quiet, too messy, too late. Maybe it speaks when you are eating alone, when you are trying to study English, when you are working, when you are resting, when you are about to sleep. And because the voice has been there for so many years, you may not notice it anymore. It feels normal. It feels like truth. But my dear friend, something can feel familiar and still not be true. Imagine sitting in a dim room at the end of a long day. Your phone is beside you. There is a soft light on the wall. Outside the window, a motorbike passes. Then the street becomes quiet again. Your body is tired, but your mind is still busy. You think about what you did wrong. You think about what you should have done. You think about the person you wish you were. Your chest feels tight. Your breath becomes shallow. You are not only tired from the day, you are tired from being spoken to harshly by your own mind. If this is you, please hear this gently. You are not bad because you have a critical inner voice. You are not broken because your mind can be unkind. You are not the only one who speaks to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. Many people carry this quiet pain. They smile. They work. They answer messages. They seem okay. But inside they are living with a voice that never feels satisfied. And that can be deeply exhausting. But there is hope here. Not loud hope. Not instant hope. A slow kind of hope. The voice inside you can change. Maybe not in one day. Maybe not by forcing yourself to be positive. But slowly, with small moments of noticing. With one softer sentence. With one pause before believing every harsh thought. With one hand placed on your chest when the old voice gets loud. Today, we will not fight the inner critic. We will learn to understand it, soften it, and make space for a kinder voice. A voice that says, I am learning. I am human. I can speak to myself gently. let us imagine a small radio in the corner of a quiet room. It is an old radio with a soft, crackling sound. For many years, it has been playing the same station. The station is not very kind. It says things like, "You should do more. You are not ready. You are not good enough. You always make mistakes." At first, you heard the words clearly. They hurt. But after a long time, the sound became normal. You stopped noticing it. You lived your life while the radio played in the background. Then one evening, the room becomes very quiet. You are sitting alone. Maybe there is a cup of tea on the table. Maybe your phone is face down beside you. The radio speaks again. You failed today. But this time, something in you pauses. You turn your head. You hear it clearly, and you ask, "Is this really the voice I want in my room?" That small question matters, because before we can change the station, we have to notice what is playing. The first gentle lesson is this: have you been believing every harsh thought just because it sounds familiar? Sometimes a thought arrives so quickly that we do not question it. You forget a word in English, and the thought says, "I am terrible at this." You make a mistake at work, and the thought says, "I always ruin things." You rest for 1 hour, and the thought says, "I am lazy." The thought feels strong. It feels certain. But a strong thought is not always a true thought. Sometimes it is only an old recording. Think about learning English. Maybe you listen to a sentence and do not understand it the first time. Your inner voice may say, "I am not smart enough." But is that true? Or are you simply learning? Maybe you speak slowly and search for words. Your inner voice may say, "This is embarrassing." But is that true? Or is this the normal process of becoming better? The harsh voice often turns a moment into an identity. It takes one mistake and says, "This is who you are." But one mistake is not your whole story. The reframe is simple. You do not have to accept every thought as truth. You can notice it and say, "This is a thought. This is not the whole truth." You can create a little space between you and the voice. In that space, kindness can enter. Your healing statement is this: I can hear the thought without becoming the thought. Let it be slow. I can hear the thought without becoming the thought. You are not your worst sentence. You are not your hardest moment. You are the person who is learning to listen differently. The second gentle lesson is this: can you speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love? This question is simple, but it can open something deep. Imagine a close friend comes to you after a hard day. They made a mistake. They feel ashamed. Their shoulders are low. Their eyes are tired. Would you say, "You are stupid. You always fail. You should be better by now"? Of course not. You would speak gently. You would say, "It was a hard day. You are still learning. One mistake does not make you bad." So, why is it so hard to speak that way to yourself? Maybe you learned that being hard on yourself would protect you. Maybe you thought criticism would make you improve faster. Maybe you believed kindness would make you weak or lazy. But harshness does not always create growth. Sometimes it creates fear. It makes you afraid to try, afraid to rest, afraid to be seen, afraid to begin again. Kindness is not the opposite of growth. Kindness can be the safe ground where growth becomes possible. Imagine turning the radio dial very slowly. The old station is still there, but another sound begins to appear. At first, it is quiet, almost hidden under the noise. It says, I know this is hard. It says, I can try again. It says, I am allowed to be imperfect. This kinder voice may feel strange at first. Maybe you do not fully believe it. That is okay. New voices often feel unfamiliar in the beginning, but with practice, they become easier to hear. The reframe is gentle. You do not need to attack yourself in order to become better. You can guide yourself with respect. You can correct yourself without cruelty. You can say, I made a mistake, without adding, I am a mistake. Your healing statement is this: I can be honest with myself and still be kind. Say it slowly if you need it. I can be honest with myself and still be kind. This is not fake positivity. This is emotional safety. This is how you become a place where your own heart can rest. The third gentle lesson is this: have you noticed how your body reacts when your inner voice becomes unkind? Negative self-talk is not only in your mind, it often lives in your body too. When you think, I am failing, maybe your chest becomes tight. When you think, I am not enough, maybe your stomach feels heavy. When you replay a mistake, maybe your shoulders rise, your jaw holds tension, your breath becomes small. Your body is listening to the words you say inside. This is why changing self-talk is not only about thinking better thoughts. It is also about helping your body feel safe. Sometimes, before you need a new sentence, you need a slow breath. Before you need an answer, you need a hand on your chest. Before you need to fix the thought, you need to notice the feeling. You can say, this feels painful. You can say, I feel scared right now. You can say, my body is carrying a lot. These sentences are small, but they are kind. They help the body stop fighting itself. Maybe tonight, when the old voice says, you did not do enough, you do not need to argue with it for an hour. Maybe you can place your hand gently on your chest and say, I hear the pressure. I feel the tiredness. I am safe in this moment. Maybe you can let your shoulders drop. Maybe you can breathe out slowly. Maybe the thought will not disappear right away, but something inside you may soften. And sometimes, softening is enough. The reframe is this: your body deserves comfort, not punishment. When your inner voice is loud, you can return to your body with care. You can give yourself warmth, breath, and presence. Your healing statement is this: I can meet my hard thoughts with a soft breath. Let that sentence stay with you. I can meet my hard thoughts with a soft breath. You do not need to win a battle inside your mind. You can lower the volume. You can change the room. You can become a safer place for yourself. So, my dear friend, maybe the goal is not to silence every negative thought forever. Maybe the goal is to build a new relationship with yourself. A slower one, a kinder one where mistakes do not become proof that you are unworthy. One where tiredness does not become a reason to shame yourself. One where your private voice begins to sound less like a judge and more like a companion walking beside you. You have lived with the old radio for a long time. Of course, it will still play sometimes. Of course, the old station may come back when you are tired, stressed, lonely, or afraid. But now you can notice it. You can pause. You can turn the dial a little. You can choose one kinder sentence, one small seed, one soft breath, one moment where you do not abandon yourself. And perhaps that is how healing begins. Not by becoming a person who never has harsh thoughts, but by becoming a person who no longer believes every harsh thought without question. A person who can say, I hear you, old voice, but I am learning a new way. stay with me now. Let us practice that new way together, very gently. For the next minute or two, let us do a small practice for your inner voice. You do not need a notebook, but if you have one nearby, you can use it later. For now, simply sit or lie down in a way that feels easy. Let your hands rest. Let your eyes soften. If your phone is near you, maybe place it face down for a moment. Let the screen become quiet. Let the room around you become real again. Take one slow breath in and let it out gently. Again, breathe in and notice your chest. Breathe out and let your shoulders drop a little. Now, think of one harsh sentence you often say to yourself. Not the most painful one, if that feels too much. Just one familiar sentence. Maybe it is, I am not good enough. Maybe it is, I always fail. Maybe it is, I should be better. Notice the sentence. Do not fight it. Just notice it like a sound from an old radio. Now ask yourself softly, would I say this to someone I love? Let the question sit there. Would I say this to someone I love? If the answer is no, then maybe you deserve another sentence too. A kinder sentence, a truer sentence. Try this. I am learning, and I can be kind to myself. Say it slowly in your mind. I am learning, and I can be kind to myself. If that feels too strong, you can say, maybe I can be a little kinder to myself tonight. Now place one hand on your chest or on your stomach. Feel the warmth of your own hand. Let this be enough for now. You are not trying to become perfect at self-love. You are only practicing one softer moment, one breath, one sentence, one small change in the way you speak to yourself. That matters. It really does. As we close today, remember this. Your inner voice was learned, and it can be relearned. You do not have to believe every harsh thought. You do not have to become cruel to become better. You are allowed to correct yourself gently. You are allowed to rest without insulting yourself. You are allowed to be in progress and still speak to yourself with respect. Let these affirmations stay near your heart. I can hear the thought without becoming the thought. I can be honest with myself and still be kind. I can meet my hard thoughts with a soft breath. And maybe one more time, slowly. I am learning, and I can be kind to myself. I am learning, and I can be kind to myself. Thank you for spending this quiet time with Peace English Podcast. If this episode helped your heart feel a little safer, you can like, subscribe, and come back whenever you need a calm English space, a place to listen slowly, a place to practice gently, a place where your English can grow and your inner voice can soften. Take care of yourself, my dear friend. Tonight, when your mind becomes loud, please try one soft sentence. Not perfect, not forced, just kind. Because the way you speak to yourself matters, and you deserve to live inside a voice that feels like home.